Okay, so I am going to show you a video walkthrough of the two properties, same model, that are being built here in the community. This one is probably 2 weeks further behind than the next one is, but it's the same model. The reason I'm going to both of them is there are some different color schemes, so I want you to see both. So I haven't walked this one or the other one yet, so we'll see just how ready they are, how much imagination it takes, or if they're for the most part pretty done. So but this one I know is open, the other one she's not sure of, the sales rep, so we'll just take it one at a time. So as we walk up to this one, she says it's the same elevation. Elevation means the exterior look. You can see this has a stone elevation, which is really nice. The house next door doesn't have that elevation. That one does. The one over here doesn't. So different elevations, usually A, B, or C. So she says this one and the other one are the same. So they both should have the stone decor, which is nice. I guess we'll walk in through the garage, see how we get in. So you can see it's a block construction house. It's really what you want. I mean, in Florida, block construction is really safe. This house comes with hurricane shutters, all fit for the windows and doors. You put those on your windows and doors, and you can withstand a Hurricane 5 category. And you're not at any risk of flooding in this area. We're not near the ocean, and you can even see that the house has a little bit of an elevation from the street, so you're really safe. Now, when I mentioned the hurricane shutters, you can see these little screws in the window. So you would literally unscrew this and put the panel in and screw it back in. So it's really not that hard. It's a one-story. You can reach everything fairly easy. And that comes with the house. Now you can see these little caps here. That's if you want to put exterior lights on. You can see this house down here has it. Most likely it won't come with the house. This house isn't completed, so I could be wrong, but that's probably an add-on. I do see some homes have it, such as this one, but I don't know if it's standard. It's not very expensive, a couple $100, but I want to at least show you it's capped electrically, so that could be put in as a fixture. Alright, so let's walk into the property. Has a hot water heater. It's not gas. This right here is plumbed for a sink. Probably not going to have a sink with the house. They probably would have done it already, but it is plumbed. You can put a sink right there if you wish. Washer dryer. We'll see if there's a vent inside. I'm not sure. These are like two electrical panels. I'm not sure what that is. We'll see if there's a washer dryer inside here. Probably right in this room. Yep, washer dryer. But the sink is in the garage. It's not in the washer dryer room. So you can see it has tile floors that start all the way. Here's the front door, of course, in the foyer area. If we start at the front, matter of fact, I could have gone through the front. But anyway, so if you walk in the door, you have tile throughout the downstairs. Right to your immediate left, there's 2 bedrooms and a bath. The fact that there's still a concrete slab here tells me they're probably going to lay down carpet, which is, for an inventory home, pretty common. If you ever wanted to rip this up and change it to, some people don't like the carpet, you might be able to get more of these tiles, or just do it completely. I actually like a two-tone, maybe a laminate or a wood floor to go with the tile. It looks really nice. But they'll most likely give you carpet with the house when they're done. They're just putting those finishing touches. Blinds, a lot of times they don't include blinds. Now you might be able to get blinds thrown into the package. They usually have some flexibility on price, or they'll throw you blinds, stuff like that. New construction, they will give you closing costs. Sometimes they'll throw you a fridge if it doesn't have it, maybe a washer dryer. So they usually have a little bit of play money. You can kind of decide what's your priority. I just don't know offhand, so that's why I'm giving you some scenarios. Now, I'll look in the moment in the kitchen and see if it's granite. I can tell you right here, this is not. This is like a Formica, kind of like what I call a builder's grade. We'll see if the kitchen is the same or if they put granite there. It does have a tub. I don't even know if this house has electricity. No, I don't think it does. All right, so we have the 2 bedrooms in the bath here. We walk down the hall. Like I said, that was the laundry room that I just come from. Coat closet, or keep a vacuum, or whatever you want, because you really don't need a coat. Okay, kitchen. This is definitely granite. So they gave you granite in the kitchen, but they didn't do it in the bathrooms. So would have been nice if it was granite all the way through. The appliances are not in yet, so obviously I can't say whether it will have the fridge. It will definitely have the dishwasher. It will definitely have the stove. That's required. Fridge is optional. It's about a 50-50 chance. I'm sure they would give you a fridge to make a deal. Like I said, the things that are most commonly negotiated is a fridge, washer, dryer, blinds. Not to say you'll get all 3. Usually you can get 1, maybe push for 2. Each one has, a $1,500 to $2,000 value. So usually you can get them for 1 or 2 or so. So this right here is your little dining area off of this is kind of an open floor plan. Dining area might go there. This is your living area off the kitchen. So I guess you would call this an island. They have the sink there, but it's like an island. Definitely a great place to eat. And then, picture a stove there between that gap. Fridge here in the corner. So 2 different color schemes. We'll see the other one in a moment. You can see this one has dark wood. This is, I think she said one's darker, one's lighter. So we'll probably see a lighter version of all this here in a moment. And it'll be further along, and maybe we'll see if the appliances are in. So that'll be, and that one's, I think, it's locked up. So it probably means there's appliances. So we'll be curious to see what comes. Now the backyard, you can see where the dirt is. They're going to put mulch, not mulch. They're going to put sod, grass, where you see the dirt. That is your property line, that dirt. You can see the utilities there. If you want, you can put up a PVC the way they did, so you don't see your neighbors. But your property line is really where the dirt is, just to give you an idea. This lanai right here, you can screen this lanai in if you wish. This is a double lanai. Sometimes they go right to this first pillar. This is giving you to the second one. So it's actually a pretty long lanai. So some people will put screening in right here. They put down the tracks, screen this in, then you can open up the door here and have a really nice breeze. It's actually pretty breezy today. Or you could put a pool or just a cage on the back of this thing. I'm trying to see if any neighbors have done that. Because you can go out to here, so you could definitely put a cage. Here's an example. I don't know if I can zoom well enough to show it. That's like a cage they put on the back. See that? You could do that if you wanted on this house and have that. But either way, whether you screen here or screen here, you can have this as a bug-free enclosure and get all this nice breeze blowing right into the house. So those are aftermarket things you may choose to do. You can see this neighbor put up a PVC, and you could tag along to that, go right along this dirt. Maybe put one right here. This is your property line. In Florida, they don't give you a whole lot of space between homes. That's the thing. Very hard to get side space. Backyard space, this is adequate. Nice would be maybe another 5 feet past the tree. That'd be a nice backyard for Florida. So adequate backyard, I'd say. Not great, but almost what's expected, especially in subdivisions. You can see once again they have all the screws here. You can put the panels on, real simple to make this house completely secure if a hurricane should come. We just had one, of course, that made the news. Prior to that, it's been 11 years since a hurricane has hit Florida. So who knows what the future holds, if we'll go through another 11-year drought or we'll have one next year. So here's the master. Once again, you still see the concrete floor, so probably they'll put carpet here. It does have a tray ceiling, so that's an upgrade. You can change out that light with a fan, a ceiling fan. You have plenty of room. I know it's hard to tell dimensions in the video. I can get you those dimensions online. You can easily put a king here with 2 end tables if you want. So they're giving you matching tile in the bathroom, just as there was through the living area. his and her closets. Jesus. See that? I thought it was an animal. I was like, so the wind when I opened it made that bag just jump. Anyway. So here's the bathroom. It has so they gave you granite in the master bathroom, but they were just one step away from giving you granite throughout. The good news is that little slab in that first room is like from here to here. It probably isn't very much at all if you wanted to finish it out with granite, but they didn't give you that last piece. But it is granite in the master bathroom and in the kitchen. So this has separate shower and tub. Of course, the house will be immaculate when they sell it. Still has all the gunk and stuff. It's kind of weird in a brand new house to see it so dirty, but I've seen it many times. So that obviously gets cleaned up. There would be a punch-out list where you'd walk with them, and they, if the house gets to the end and you're not here or they haven't sold it, they'll do the punch-out list themselves, and they're very picky. They're very good at it. As a matter of fact, they'll do it themselves prior to you coming, and then if you find anything else, they put little pieces of blue tape on those spots, and then they take care of everything. So this house will look like, some of these dings they've done. Let's see if I capture it on the video. Those like that. I mean, you won't get. There we go. You won't. I know turn the camera sideways to capture that. Like that nick. I mean, they'll take care of all that. House will be immaculate. Used house is what it is, but not here. So this one has 3 bathrooms, and they did do the basic countertops in both of the secondary bathrooms. They didn't do granite. Now, hold on. Now, if you should decide to buy it and say, I'll buy it, but I want granite everywhere, they won't do it because it's already done. But builders are very picky. They need to know what's up months in advance. Probably even a month ago they wouldn't have done it. Even if it hasn't been put in yet. It's just everything has been permitted and coded the way it's going to be. So that's something that, they wouldn't change, especially after it's been installed. So now this room, just to let you know, we saw the 2 rooms in the front with the bathroom. This room is like considered a guest room. And then if this guest were to step right outside the door, they have a bathroom that they can use. It's a half bath. So you have a master, full master, of course, the nice one with with the shower and tub. You have a full bath over here, and then this is giving you a bedroom with a half bath. So this right here is your air handler, of course, brand new. It's a Carrier. They have this vented door, which is nice. And you can see it has this is if you wanted to hang pennant lights. So it's capped off, but they won't do it. But it's all wired. You have several ceiling lights, can lights that are already put in. Obviously, there's, like I said, no blinds. Just looking to see if there's any pre-wiring for speakers. I don't see it. Doesn't surprise me for an inventory home. I don't know if you're an audio person like I am. Pre-wiring for speakers is a couple $100. But they just generally don't do it unless you customize in advance. But sometimes they do, depending on the price level of the house. But this one doesn't have it. All right, well, I will go ahead and head over to the second version of this house and see how that one looks.